like an official rule or something?
have to get started by 8 o'clock.
Oh, by 8?
I better go down there and tell them that.
we are just about set to go from the Cougars Den here today after an extensive weather delay. Both teams will make their way back out onto the field shortly, and we will get underway with the kickoff. Coming up next, live and free on the OH Report. Also, your pregame show coming up too soon.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for your pregame show brought to you by Scout Construction. Thank you so much for joining us here today, live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathan Langdon, and we are just about 8 minutes from the time we are set to kick off here today. So we want to take a look quickly at these two teams. The Mapleton Lady Mounties taking on the Crestview Lady Cougars here today after a little bit of a weather delay. It looks like most of the big stuff has passed. There may be a little bit of rain that jumps in here and there, but we had a lightning or thunder delay before. We'll see if that happens again, and if it does happen again, this game will be canceled. But for now, sky's not looking too bad. Can see some blue out and around. It's been like that the entire delay, but it looks like we're going to get this game in and prevent any sort of cancellation or rescheduling later on between these two teams. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player team spotlight for the visiting Mapleton Lady Mounties, headed up by Bo Weidinger. 7-10-1 in 2024. That one tie was to Crestview. Last season, they tied up 1-1 later on in the year, back in 2024. You see on the bottom of the graphic, all three of their games so far this season, it's been hit or miss for this team. They beat Northwestern 6-0. They lose to Mansfield Christian 6-0, and then Shelby, they were able to get a point on the board, a goal on the board against them, but the Whippets still had their way, winning 5-1. In the Firelands Conference, or I should say in the Mid-Buckeye Conference that Mapleton is in for girls soccer, they are 0-1 on the year. They are headed up by 5 seniors on the veteran squad, but our player spotlight is not going to be a senior. In fact, it is going to be a sophomore. Kenzie Hellickson has a sister, Audrey, who is a senior on this team, but Kenzie had a really big game against Northwestern this past Wednesday, scoring a hat trick of goals, 2 assists as well on a brace there, 8 points in that game, and then she also scored twice in last year's meeting against Crestview. So she has been a fit for this Crestview squad. Of course, very new-looking Crestview squad this year, but they will definitely have her number circled kind of on the scouting report coming into this game, along with her sister Audrey. Those two combined for over 20 goals a season ago. Far and away the best 2 attackers on this squad this season. You see Mapleton on your screen warming up. Got about 4 minutes to go before we get things started here today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Crestview Lady Cougars, headed up by Elizabeth Webb. They are on a solid start this year. They're looking for their first winning season since 2021. They're sitting there right now at 2-1-1. In the Mid-Buckeye Conference, they're 0-0-1. Their last 3 games you can see on your screen. Northwestern, they beat them 2-0 on Saturday. So both of these teams are coming off of games against the Lady Huskies. And then also at Clyde. That's their one loss this year. Clyde looked really solid in that game, winning 2-0. That's their only game so far this year. But they are definitely a threat up north, a little bit of a ways against some of their other opponents. And, of course, a bigger school over there at Clyde. And then Loudonville, the first 0-0 draw of the season for Crestview. They had quite a few of those last year with this girls squad. One of the players, however, that kept them from having another 0-0 score to start the year was Lindsey Bright, who scored the game winner in Crestview's season opener against Edison. So she's your player spotlight today, brought to you by Scout Construction LLC. The sophomore, wearing number 22, all smiles as she's ready to go today to take on Mapleton. Lineups will be announced here momentarily. We're going to take one final break as Lindsay and company look to get things started here for Crestview up against the Lady Mounties. We'll take one final break, come back live and free on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
All right, let's meet tonight's teams. First,
Welcome back to the Cougars Den here today, live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathan Langdon. Brandon Powell, your camera operator today, as Mapleton takes on Crestview here tonight in a later start due to a weather delay, but we are set to go. As you see Mapleton announcing their roster here today. Mapleton 1-2 on the year, 0-1 so far in the MBC, a conference they share with the Lady Cougars here tonight. 40 minutes on the clock. And as these lineups get announced, we want to take a second to thank our sponsors, bringing you today's live and free coverage here tonight. Thanks to Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Thanks also to Scout Construction LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more info at 419-989-7240. Thanks also to Northwestern Mutual. For a better way to money, contact financial rep Jalen Reese and wealth management advisor Mike Cohen at your local Mansfield office. And then thank you, of course, to the Crestview Athletic Boosters Club, proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. Their final message to you: go Cougars. And then thanks finally to Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa.
Number 20, junior Darren Moore. Number 22, sophomore Lindsey Bright. And number 21, junior Logan Moore. The Lady Cougars are coached by Elizabeth Webb and assisted by Pete White and Ashley Beers. Good luck, ladies.
Lady Cougars will circle up one final time. Looks like we're heading towards a kickoff time of about 7:40, 7:41. Looking at the weather here today, of course, had some thunder earlier, which is why we're in this position right now, but sitting 64 degrees, and our weather app says there's a little drizzle outside. Don't see any yet, but it looks like there are some threatening clouds that may bring some here momentarily. Lady Cougars are 2-0 at home, looking to keep that unbeaten streak alive. They beat Northwestern on Saturday. They also took down Edison in their season opener. Captain's meeting in the middle looks like Audrey Hellickson, number 2, Madison Carruthers, number 5. And then for Crestview, number 2, Tori Kidney, and number 5, Addie Klein. My mistake, not 5 for Mapleton. That's number 7, Skylar Hopstetter. And then our player spotlight to the left. Or no, another senior, Ava Clay, number 10 for Mapleton. Cougars wearing their home blacks. White for the Mapleton Lady Mounties. In goal for Crestview is a freshman, Jocelyn Hetrick. She'll make her way down to the right side of your screen. Cougars will attack right to left. Mapleton will attack left to right. Both teams going into their second conference game of the year. And it looks like our player spotlight, Kenzie Hellickson, will kick things off today. A little bit of a golden hour situation here as we're set to start. Ref looks at his watch, counts both sides' numbers, and we are good to go. Thanks for joining us live and free on the OH Report here today. Early spill from Crestview, a couple of heavy bounces. The ball's going to skid today on this turf after all of the rain we saw about 45 minutes ago. Hellickson bodies up well, looks for a pass, couple of deflections, and finally cleared away. That time by Hannah Young, the freshman. One of the freshmen for this young back line that the Cougars possess, and it has done a pretty decent job thus far. Defensively, they've been stout. That's helped them get to this 2-1-1 record. In fact, they've only given up 2 goals. And both came against Clyde in their loss on the road. Mapleton looking to change that here as they look to build something on their offensive half. As Lissa Dudley had it and then lost it, but the ball does go out of bounds, and the Mounties will recover. Or pardon me, the Cougars will take over. Longer throw, this one headed away. And it looks like we had a whistle on that throw-in. It was headed out by Mapleton, but there was a foul apparently. First foul of the game will go on the Lady Cougars. Touch right by the 50-yard line, and they'll give it right back to the Lady Cougars. Cougars, nice throw up ahead, testing the defense, testing the midfield. Both of them for Mapleton. They get the ball back, and they'll work their way forward. Good deflection. Lindsey Bright able to kind of thwart that attempt from Mapleton. It's back to the back row, and the defense does their job for the time being. Carruthers plays one forward, nobody there. Simple clearance, early cross, blocked. Good job by Young, but Hellickson trying to keep it going, and that one's booted away. Devin Hickey in there with the intervention. And Mapleton's forced to kick that out. So Crestview a chance to bring some numbers forward. Looks like Another throw here right by Mapleton's bench. Mapleton not very high numbers for them as a roster. They've got 2 subs that they will turn to later on in this game. Nice touch ahead, but just out of bounds that time from Olivia Grant. Cougars continue to fight. They get that off of a Mountie. Move the ball 20 yards after that long throw hits off of a Mapleton head. Lady Cougars, as they continue this attack, headed up by Elizabeth Webb, has had them turning towards the right direction as a program as of late. Also assisted by Pete White, Ashley Perk, Haley Anderson, the statistician, and Bryn Perk, the manager. All in attendance tonight. Heavy touch. Mapleton tried to get it out of there through a solo effort from Hellickson, it looked like. Yeah, that was Audrey trying to get around a crowd. And she's right back into the play here. That'll go off of her leg, out for a Cougar throw right around the end zone. See what the Cougars can do here. Long throw. Mapleton knocks it out of bounds as see another Cougar throw right at the pot of gold of a rainbow starting to form up across the way. Shot opportunity. Kidney could not get a clean foot on it. Still in the box. This one deflects, and now it's scooped up by the Mapleton keeper. As this one's kicked away back to Mapleton, you'll get a look at that shot opportunity. Good job to stay with it on the deflection. We've got a little bit of rain working now despite the sun. Another long kick. Still 0-0 between Mapleton and Ashland Crestview today. As Hellickson loses that out of bounds, but it did go off of a Cougar last. She'll look to quickly move it forward. Chloe Hardesty in the area, just couldn't get it to her. So we continue to feel a breeze here from Crestview High School, despite it. The sun poking out for it looks like the last couple of moments before the sun starts to set here today in Ohio. Mapleton in their attacking third for the first time today. 7 minutes into this contest. So far, Crestview, possession-wise, probably sitting about 70-30. As Hanny Young putting on some defensive moves and also coming over to help his Hickey. Keeps it inbounds, and she'll play that down the line. Lindsay Bright trying to chase. But Mapleton there first, and Bright tips it out of bounds. Gotta like the effort. Nice little pass. Good turn here. Hellickson down the right flank. Hickey going to try and come over and contest, and she does just enough. This ball will get deflected out of bounds. Mapleton, chance to throw. You can see on the top of the screen, we can actually see both sides of the rainbow here tonight. Absolutely beautiful scenes after a weather delay that we had earlier in the game. This one tips off of Crestview. Mapleton throws in the box. That one taken away, and they'll do it again. Once we get to kind of a lull in play, we'll do a full wide, just kind of give you the picture of what's going on here today. Shot towards the box, headed towards goal. That will go in. And the Mounties strike first. Get a second look at it here to figure out the goal scorer. That one taken towards goal and then ultimately headed in. Number 13, Sarah Drake.
Mapleton goal, Sarah Drake.
And the Mounties lead 1-0. And as we celebrate the goal, there's a look at the rainbow on scene here tonight. Definitely more strong on the right side than it is towards the left, but I noticed it on the left first. Lindsey Bright wins possession back, trying to get it right back to a tie game. Tries to cross with the left. It's blocked. Take another look at the goal. Just taking goalwards there by Madison Carruthers, but good things happen when you put it towards goal. It did right there, and Mapleton leads 1-0. Just the third goal given up by Crestview this season. Have a whistle, a couple of rough contacts right there. It's ultimately called a foul on the Mounties. Yeah, tripped up Bright right there. Free kick opportunity. That one deflects off of a Mapleton player. We'll show you that here in a moment. Early cross, potential opportunity, but a nice save. Take a look at this again, brought to you by the Crestview Boosters Club. Perfect ball, just could not flick it away from the keeper. Olivia Grant had a nice opportunity. Pause to take a picture of the scenes here, and then also it looks like we're starting to see a double rainbow here tonight. Ball back in the Mapleton box. And this will go out of bounds. Crestview survives another Mapleton attack. And Bright with a nice turn. She'll try to flick that towards her teammate Kidney. Could not quite get it there. Here goes Kenzie Hellickson with the turn. Sophomore gets past the senior. Beautiful ball. Another opportunity. This one will get in as well. And how about this? Mapleton already up 2-0. Chloe Hardesty.
Mapleton goal, Chloe Hardesty.
Able to score at that time. You see the save right there. And on the other end, credit the assist also to our player spotlight today, Kenzie Hellickson. We'll cue this back up. Here's the replay brought to you by Crestview and the Athletic Boosters Club. Perfect ball. And the Crestview defense just kind of opened up towards the middle, and Mapleton took advantage. Cougars may have a quick response. Early shot, though, and it's right to the keeper. Not the greatest goal kick. As you see the shot again, maybe a little bit early. Another ball in the box. Grant flicks it just wide. And a lot of replays early in this game. 12 minutes of nonstop action between these two teams. And unfortunately for the Cougars, it's resulted mostly in goals from Mapleton. But you can tell there's opportunities for Crestview, just like right here, but just past Grant. Scooped up again. How about this? We're going back and forth a little bit. Just with the way this game's going, it feels like the Cougars are going to strike eventually. It's just that they've had too many close calls, have not been able to execute on their golden opportunities. This ball flicked away. No nonsense there from the Crestview back line. See a throw from Ava Clay. Lindsey Bright, the sophomore, fighting with another Mapleton player. Hickey tries to knee it down, and this will just get away for the time being. Couple deflections still being fought for. Cougars still can't get it out. They'll just have to deflect it off of Clay to win a throw. Looking for Bright. She'll let it bounce over. Flicks one forward, but the defense was ready. Couple of substitutions, mostly for Mapleton. Looks like entirely from Mapleton. 15, Alexa Commence. She checks in along with number 8, Alexis Katsaris. Commence, a sophomore, Katsaris, a freshman. So with the 2-0 lead, get some young players opportunities. Get them a blow in this contest. This ball just sneaks through. Could there be another chance? Hickey not letting it happen in the pass back, a little wide. Kenzie Hellickson keeps it in bounds. Plays one forward, but scooped up. Freshman Hetrick able to get to that ball first. Into the Crestview box. It's been here quite a bit lately. However, that deflection off of Mapleton will send us the other way. He'll send it up. Cougars build together a few passes there, but it's right back to the Mounties. Mapleton leads 2-0. Couple of early goals. And this Crestview back line's been tested. However, the front line for Crestview's also had some opportunities. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Mosley is dispossessed. Towards the midfield, Mapleton holds on. Hellickson sisters pass between each other, and looks like Kenzie will draw a foul. Senior Audrey gets behind the ball. Will shoot this into the box. No targets. And it looks like that'll roll out. However, fortunately for Mapleton, it'll be a long throw in that far corner. .23 minutes to go here in half number 1. Mapleton leads 2-0. Mapleton sends another into the 18. Cougars clear for the time being. Good scoop by Hetrick in the box. Can the Cougars turn this into some offense? Haven't seen much here in the last 5 minutes or so. And they're attacking third. Bright trying to get out past the pack. However, her touch a little heavy. Good job by Mapleton to get out of that pickle. Ball falls to Grant. She's had a couple good looks. She'll get past the defender. Takes it to the right flank. 2 in the box with her. Cross early. That one easily scooped up. Kendall Ramey. No problem for her. A little bit of a shove, and that one will get called. A little bit is maybe loose of a term. Definitely saw 2 hands extend. As we near the halfway point here in this half. We'll see Devin Hickey try to kick this as far as she can. Lined up a good 7 yards away right now from that ball. That'll take a couple of bounces, and Bright just missed on the swing. However, she does get back to it. Bright trying to turn the corner, left-handed cross. Good scoop. Keeper was ready for it, Ramey. Pardon me, that's Maddie Bates in goal for Mapleton here tonight. Long through ball, Hickey was ready, nearly takes out the official with her clearance. Should have seen that coming though. And he did. Didn't touch him. Ball in the box, Hetrick tested again. Spills it for a moment, but falls. And the freshman learns from her previous mistake that allowed Mapleton to score their first of the game. Another throw in from Hellickson. This will go out of bounds. They'll move up 15 yards. Another sub coming in. Both sides will make changes. Shelby Bays to the contest. She'll help out up front. And then it looks like Logan Moore will help out with the defense. For Mapleton, back into the game, Madison Carruthers. As it looks like we see a handball. And that will give Crestview the kick. Cougars do a good job that time. Slight delay of the Mapleton offense. Another throw coming from Ava Clay, one of the captains for this crew. She'll look toward the right flank, but right there, Darren Moore sends it back out of bounds. Right back at you. We'll try again. And now a sub for Mapleton. In comes Lissa Dudley. This ball stays in. It'll curl it to the corner of the 18, now out and cleared away. Lydia Belcher just decided to get rid of it. Good tackle. That time by Logan Moore. Bays thought about letting it go. This pass nearly finds her again. Now the deflection goes to Grant. Mapleton still got the numbers, but the Cougars going to strike. This one nearly spilt, but Bates recollects and keeps it a 2-0 game. Saw some quick offense in this game. 2 goals within 12 minutes. Since then, a little cold. Both teams just trying to get back to rhythm, as it's been a lot of back and forth in the possession game. This one taken out of bounds. Shelby Bays wins Crestview a throw, as we'll see another sub for the Cougars. Addie Klein, the senior. She'll move up front and replace Lydia Belcher. And it looks like a violation that time on the throw-in. Let's see if we can get a second look at this. Maybe a slight foot over the line, but whatever it was in favor of Mapleton, as here they are again looking to surge. But a good job. Addie Klein forces the stoppage. Now a ball over the top. Grant going to try to get to the ball first. Both avoided a collision, and Mapleton clears it away. Cross headed down and cleared. Get a look at the tail end of this. Both Bates and Grant were worried about colliding with each other. However, it was fortunate there for Bates that she still got a touch on it, because if they both completely avoided each other, that was going to roll into the net. Headed up by Young. And Kidney plays one up for Grant. Just too much on it. Left side, Lindsey Bright already has a goal this season. Crosses one in for her teammate. Nice intervention, however, by Mapleton. In the box still. And now out of danger. Hellickson trying to get past the defender. Cannot do it there. And nice speed from Hickey on the touch to stay on the ball. Deflection, however, back to Mapleton. Mounties could be on, but that pass too much weight. Easy pickup for Hetrick. Another opportunity for Mapleton. The shot deflected, it looked like. And yeah, it was. So it'll be a corner here for Mapleton. First corner of the day is a dangerous one. Helkson shoots it. And a crucial intervention at the end by Logan Moore. And it's out of the way. Ball centered to the middle. But Mapleton gets there first. The ball will roll out, this time for a goal kick. Just about 10 minutes to go here in half number one. Still 2-0 Mounties. Dispossessed as she went in towards the 18 on the far side. This ball played forward. Helkson doesn't have much of a play, so Hickey will just kick this out. Throw in deflects off of Cougar. Another 10 yards forward for Mapleton. Next throw, big collision, no call. And the Cougars get it out of danger. Long throw to the midfield. Headed away by the Cougars. Long throw, looking to get some of her teammates downfield. None of them really went, though. This bounces off of Kidney out of bounds. Mapleton early shot. That will be no challenge for Heatrick, who just lets it go out of bounds. I'll tell you what, Mother Nature's been on full display tonight. Double rainbow, and now we're starting to see purple skies as the sun sets here from the Cougar's Den. If you're wondering why we're still in the first half, if you're just joining us, still in the first half here with 8 minutes to go at about 8:15. Had a, I would say, about 45-minute weather delay. Started this one about 30 minutes ago. And Mapleton has taken advantage of that. They've scored 2 goals early on. It's been a lot of back and forth since, as both teams are just looking for simple possession right now. And this one will go just out of bounds before it could get flicked forward, where it would have gone out for a goal kick anyways. But Sarah Drake scored one of the 2 goals, the first one, in fact. Number 13 just lost it out of play. Lady Cougars in danger. Mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Their record at home, 2-0. However, the Mapleton squad tonight has really put a challenge to that. It'll take quite the halftime adjustments to get back into this game if you're Crestview. One touch shot, that'll go wide. Audrey Hellickson said, hey, why not? And Hickey, one of the 4 seniors for this Crestview team, will send this away. Gets it over the first level, takes a few bounces, falls right at the feet of the sophomore, Lindsey Bright. She finds Grant in stride, ball over the top. Bates will roll up on it. But some pretty good build-up play that time from the Lady Cougars. Just a little too much weight on that final pass. Other way we go. There's a throw from Drake. This one kicked away again. Seems like Crestview right now just kind of settling for throw-ins from Mapleton. They haven't tried to go forward when things have gotten dicey. They've just simply said, we're just going to kick it out of bounds and live to see another play. Substitution for Mapleton before things get going again. Alyssa Dudley will go to the bench. Back in is Alexis Katsaris, the freshman, one of 3 on this squad. Solid touch here in the near side. Haley Mosley did a good job keeping that away from Bright for the moment. Kidney gives it to Grant. Ball weighted forward, nicely placed. Bright looking for the angle. She may have had it, just that touch too much. But a nice ball. Just could not get a cross over before that ball rolls over the line. 4 minutes to go here in the half number 1. Audrey Hellickson will kick this up. Give Bates a little bit of a break. Hickey can't find a teammate. Captain Clay plays this to her comrade who has that deflect off of a Cougar. Carruthers wins the throw in. She'll go get this. Right, forces a clearance. If you're just joining us, Mapleton, you see it on our Simonson Construction Services scoreboard. Comes into this game 1-2, but they've had some solid opponents on their schedule so far this year. They just played against Northwestern. They won 6-0. In that contest on Wednesday, they played Mansfield Christian, a team that's a consensus favorite to win the Mid-Buckeye Conference this year. Ooh, as this ball takes a wicked deflection off of Darren Moore. And then they also played Shelby, decent player in the MOAC, of course a bigger school as well. It's either been really good or really bad for Mapleton this season in the score column. They beat Northwestern 6-0, as I told you. They lost to Mansfield Christian 6-0. And then they lost to Shelby in their season opener 5-1. Carruthers on the far side plank. Sees this deflect off of Crestview. She'll take her time to throw this in. We've got a sub making her way onto the field. 2 minutes to go here in half number 1. Looks like Chloe Hardesty, who scored the second goal today, will get a break. In is Alexa Commence. Olivia Grant helping out the defense, just could not hold on to the soccer ball that time. This will fall to Grant, though. She'll shield off a few defenders and kick this up. In the direction of Shelby Bays, this will be tough for Mapleton. They'll simply clear. At about the 8-yard line, we'll see a Crestview throw with 1:13 left. Just half number 1 here. from the Cougars Den. Looks like it'll be Lydia Belcher who will run over to get this throw in. High knee potential counterattack thwarted by Young. Good job by the freshman, helping her defense get back to help her out with anything else on the way from the Mounties. 50-50 ball won by Mapleton. Solid turn, Kenzie Hellickson in some dangerous space. Left-footed shot, took a big bump as she took it. And that one scooped up easily by Hetrick. Take a look at the very end of this shot.
8, 7,
Hickey
6,
went right in on her.
5, 4, 3, 2,
As
1.
the Cougars clear. And that'll do it for half number one. But what a half. For the visiting side, Mapleton leads 2-0 as we take a break. We'll come back live and free on the OH Report with some numbers. Stay with us here today.
During intermission, make sure.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Now for your halftime show, brought to you by Scout Construction LLC, as we take a look back out to the field here today. Been treated to a solid one. A great night. Nice. Starting to feel like fall. Mapleton leads today 2-0 over Crestview. looking to even themselves back up at 500 to go 2-2 overall, and then also 1-1 in the Mid-Buckeye Conference here for girls soccer. Crestview, just a rough first 12 minutes. Outside of that, I think they've started to settle in. You're going to see here in these numbers, it's been quite even outside of the 2 goals scored by Mapleton in this contest. Let's go ahead and actually just fire up those stats right now. Cougars, I think they've outshot Mapleton. These are guesstimates on my part. I try to keep track for the most part, but I think I missed a couple here and there. But just on a rough guesstimate, Crestview, it feels like they've had a couple more opportunities with shots. On goal is a different question. I'd say they're about even there, closer to even, if not right on even. And then possession-wise, just because of the 2 goals, 53-47 in favor of Mapleton. No offsides calls in this game. A couple of fouls on the Crestview side of things as they've had to be a little bit more aggressive since giving up those 2 goals. Corners, it's been all Mapleton so far. Haven't seen any from Crestview in this contest, and it's been a fairly clean game outside of those 5 fouls from Crestview. No cards from either side of the ball. Back out to the Cougars Den we go. Looks like about 5 minutes to go before we get things started here again. If you're watching tonight live and free, thank you so much. Also, thank you so much to our sponsors here tonight. Thanks to Simonson Construction Services. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Also, thanks to Scout Construction LLC. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. You can call Scout Construction for more info at 419-989-7240. Thanks also to Northwestern Mutual. For a better way to money, you can contact financial rep Jalen Reese and wealth management advisor Mike Cohen at your local Mansfield office. Thanks also to the Crestview Athletic Boosters Club. We look forward to partnering with them more as we move along in the season, proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. Go Cougars is their final message to you. Also, thanks to Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Thanks to Sutton Bank as well. So at the end of the half, Mapleton leads 2-0. We're going to take one final break. Come back live and free on the OH Report for the start of half number 2.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Both teams making their way back out to the field here tonight as we are live and free on the OH Report from the Cougars Den. Mapleton leads 2-0 over the home side tonight. If you're just joining us today, I want to show you something beautiful that happened earlier on in this contest. We posted this on our social medias, but this was the sight to see about halfway through the first half. Nice little double rainbow action. After a weather delay, has us here a little bit later than we all expected to be, but still, it's always great to have a game played still. Don't have to worry about any sort of rescheduling later down the line. And simply, these girls wanted to play. And here they are playing like it because Mapleton put up 2 quick goals. And right now, looking to try and do more of the same here to start this second half, looking to extend that lead. And we've got a foul. That time on Crestview. That'll be their 6th foul of the game. And a quick kick. This one's headed towards the upper 90. That one nearly found the back of the net. If it would have deflected off of Hellickson, it probably would have gone in the back of the net. But instead, it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. And everybody from Mapleton started turning around thinking that was going to be Crestview ball. But no, it's going to be Mapleton here. Be their 3rd corner of the game. Going to be curled in. Young was the first to touch it for the Cougars. And a couple back and forth swings right there will send this back out of bounds for Mapleton. For those of you joining us just now, 2 goals to the good for Mapleton, at least on their side. First one went in from Sarah Drake, the junior, and then Chloe Hardesty, a highly touted freshman, was able to find herself her 2nd goal of the season. She scored against Northwestern last week. For Drake, it was her 1st goal of the year. Which is a good sign for this Mapleton crew because they want to find some more scoring across the board. Of course, the Hellickson sisters are going to get the job done whenever you call upon them. But anybody else that you can get involved in the offense, you will gladly take. Just looking at last year, Audrey, the senior this year, junior last year, got 16 goals, 3 assists. Kenzie scored 10 goals, 5 assists. The next closest, I believe, last season was 3 goals from anybody else. I think there were a couple of players with 3 goals last year, a couple of which were seniors who are no longer on the team this time around. Shorter throw just outside of the box. Double team comes. Doesn't work for Crestview. This will deflect. Or no deflection. Just the shot into the side netting. And the Cougars will survive for now. Trying to keep it to just a 2-goal disadvantage. Like I've said a couple of times early in the broadcast, they've looked good. And it just feels like it's going to be a matter of time before we see the Cougars strike across the board and potentially bring this lead down to half. This ball just sneaks through. Grant gets to the end of it. Nicely done. And the Cougars could have some business going on. Darren Moore looks ahead. Her pass deflected. She'll throw it in. Looking again for Grant. Olivia, some true pace, trying to stay with the ball here on this attack. However, this time, Mapleton was ready. Back towards the middle. Tori Kidney. Wins another throw for the Cougars. This time, looks like it's going to be Belcher, Lydia Belcher, who enters the ball back into play. Lila. Shot towards goal. This one nearly finds itself in. Not too shabby of a look right there. One touches a hand. But Mapleton's going to want to go quick. Audrey kicks this one up ahead. That'll bounce all the way back to Jocelyn, who scoops it up. This ball played ahead. I believe that took a deflection. So if this does roll out, that's going to stay in. And Bright has a chance looking ahead for Bays, just past her, and it's cleared away for a corner. First corner of the night for the Cougars. That one nearly went out, but good job by Lindsay to keep it in and put up a pretty scary chance for the Cougars when they haven't seen in some time. Lila Belcher will run back, chase after this ball, and give us a corner here momentarily. Looks like we'll see an in-swinging corner. Lila Belcher puts it right towards the goal. It falls in. And on their first corner of the night, the Cougars cut the deficit in half. Good corner by Belcher. Ultimately, it deflects off of, it looks like Logan Moore, and she's going to get credited for the goal. So the junior scores her first of the year. And just like that, game on here from the Cougars Den tonight. In the late hours, could be in for a tight finish. Grant looks ahead. That ball may have touched a hand, but they'll play advantage. Darren Moore loses it out of bounds, and Mapleton gets away with one there. Good recovery by Lila Belcher. Just had the assist a few moments ago. And with that assist, she becomes the first player this season, Lila, to record both a goal and an assist for the Cougars in 2025. Sarah Drake will retrieve this ball for Mapleton. She's looking to go quick. That she does. The Cougars staying tall, and they push back the Mounties. Kenzie Hellickson. Nice adventurous ball. And her sister will take a shot. That one misses wide. Audrey can't find the target. So Hickey will place it down and reset for both sides. Mapleton leads 2-1, but Crestview with the momentum at the moment. They scored just a couple minutes ago on a nice corner crossed in by Lila Belcher, and then Logan Moore did the rest. As we got a handball. This will go on Mapleton. Cougars will have to bring it back to their side of the field to kick this ahead. Headed towards the box. Early shots. Looked like there was some time to kind of try and bruise something, but it was rushed that time from Shelby. Good opportunity, probably their best opportunity to tie it up that we've seen since the last goal. This fight right around the 25-yard line, however, it is won by Audrey Hellickson, the senior. Looks to play one forward. Nobody's there except for Devin Hickey. The ball towards the middle. Pitney staying tight on Audrey Hellickson. Not letting any sort of turn happen. Forces a pass back. Grant putting some pressure on, and a foul. Gotta like the aggression from the Lady Cougars here. Trying to get back into this game with 28 minutes to go. That one, just a bit too much of a bump. A little extra there towards the end, too. Sarah Drake hits the deck, and we'll see another kick coming up soon. Place it right at the 34-yard line, pretty much dead center. So any shot towards goal, it's going to be tough to get one in here. We'll see if they just try to put some sort of danger on the keeper. They do. It's slightly spilled, but nice scoop. Jocelyn on it again. She does her job, keeps it a 2-1 game. Still looking to give an opportunity to the offense for the Cougars to potentially tie this up late. Ball sent towards the middle, lobbed over the top, 18-yard box. That takes a wicked bounce, and it's going to go in for Mapleton. What an unfortunate bounce for the Cougars. Just wicked spin on that ball, and it's ultimately tapped in by Kenzie Hellickson. It's Kenzie's 4th goal of the season. All 4 have been scored by her in the last 2 games. It's 3-1 Mapleton. So back to the drawing board go the Lady Cougars here at home. Thought they had something working. Their first corner of the night resulted in a goal, but Mapleton has been able to keep them out of any more of those, and they've also simply just kept the ball out of their feet. Possession has leaned heavily towards Mapleton here in the second half. Audrey looking to get into the score column. She'll turn right at the 15. And she gets bumped big time by Hickey. Flies in out of the left side of your screen and puts a solid bump into the captain, who's now going to take a shot, and that hits off the crossbar. And another shot. It looks like it was going to be offside anyway, but they'll just let Jocelyn scoop this up and keep play flowing. But wow, how about that little sequence? This ball's taken away. Grant in some space. She'll play this up for a teammate. It's a 2-on-1. Crestview's got the numbers right now, and it's a simple clearance. Good job by Hopstetter, the senior, to get that out of bounds. Lady Cougars will throw. Just outside the 18, the ball settles. Bays tried to pass it back. That one's taken out. Lila Belcher. A little back and forth with Mapleton right there. Grant turns again. Early cross. Still a danger. This one into the box. Nearly the right place, the right time. Still a fight. Shot. This one hits off of Mapleton, and wow. What a stretch for the Mounties to keep that away. And that'll go out of bounds. Take a look at this sequence again. Bright had a couple chances at it, and then Bays took a shot right into the chest of the defender, and somehow it's still 3-1. This ball sneaks its way through. However, Bates was ready for it. Ball headed over the top, and Young has it taken away from her. Kenzie Hellickson continues to put pressure on the Lady Cougars, as Kenzie, our player spotlight, putting together a solid repertoire to be the MVP if Mapleton holds on. A goal and assist today. Goals today have come from Sarah Drake for Mapleton, Chloe Hardesty for Mapleton, and then for Crestview, Logan Moore found the back of the net, and Kenzie Hellickson scored the last. All upperclassmen goals here in this contest. Grant finds herself at a nice spot after a deflection. She'll take it to the left flank. Looking for numbers in the box. Gets past one. Bright thought about taking a shot on her touch. This ball deflects. This one shot to the right, and it'll roll out of bounds. No real test for Bates. But after this touch right here, Bright thought about taking a shot. It looks like Grant called her off at the last moment. And then towards the middle, Addie Klein took a crack at it. Just didn't hit it right. Under 22 minutes left here in half number 2. 2 goals already here in this frame. As Grant runs out of real estate. However, as they tried to deflect it off her, she did a good job with some acrobatics to stay out of that. And because of that, the Cougars still threatening here. That just did not hit cleanly. However, Grant will keep it in. Grant cross into the box, taken away again. We're looking ahead. And Mapleton clears it out. Hickey wants to keep the threat alive. She'll send it that way. And this will roll out. Lila Belcher. Just kind of stuck in the corner right now. Line. Look to take a shot. Couple of ricochets. And now to the back line again. After this ball goes out of bounds off of the Lady Cougars, we'll see a sub for Mapleton. She's been waiting there for some time as that threat was building up and just never materialized. Alyssa Katsaris back in the contest for the Lady Mounties. Under 20 minutes to go. We are just over halfway done with this final frame of action. Captain with a long throw, and now it looks like it's going to be Crestview kind of fighting in a corner. Ball bounces over the offense for Mapleton. This one will stay inbounds on the clearance, and Grant sees it at her feet. Looks like she lost a shin pad. She'll still play on. This falls down, and the Cougars may be in on business. Bays, however, is going to be called offside. We'll see it again. The ball's taken away. It looks like it's Bright that'll likely be called offsides, but she's not in the play there. And hold on, what's happening now? Maybe a change of call, and now it's gonna looks like it's gonna be a drop ball right outside the box. That's exactly what it is. We thought it was going to be offsides, that this cross is scooped up easily by Bates, but that was a whole scenario. Stopped any sort of momentum that the Lady Cougars had with that whistle. And I guess tried to redeem it by giving it to them outside the 18 box, but with everybody there for Mapleton, there wasn't much there, period. Ball lobbed over the top. Bright may have another chance. Tries to flick it on. And now another whistle. And this one's definitely going to go down as offsides. Not likely going to see a change in the call here, but I don't think that's offsides either. However, Mapleton will kick it away. As they do, we'll show you this again. I think, because you see Ramey on the right side of your screen, I thought Bright was certainly in. But the whistle blew, and again, Cougars can't capitalize. 3-1 Mapleton. But again, this pressure amping up from Crestview. They need to score quickly. 16.5 to go. Grant slides in, and it looks like Grant may be hurt. Here's the whole stretch again, brought to you by the Crestview Athletic Boosters Club. Grant did everything she could to keep this alive, and on that slide, just didn't seem to land quite right. She's up and moving, though. Able to get up on her own power. She'll walk it off, hopefully, for this Lady Cougar squad. She's really helped them out, and just simply winning the ball and keeping themselves in position to score in their attacking third. She'll take a moment to tie her shoe, and wouldn't blame her also if this was kind of a tactic to get some more time to kind of feel out that leg. No real look to try and take her out. They're going to see if she can fight through it, because she's been so big to what they've done here in the last 5, you could say 10 minutes. Under 16 to go. Corey Kidney gets through a crowd, but just dispossessed in time by Mapleton. Hellickson turns around too. Looks towards the middle, finds her target. And Dudley backtracks on a pass. I mean, you could see the vision here, but as you see again on the replay, just too much weight as she went for Chloe Hardesty. Work there by Ava Clay. Ball stays with Mapleton. They'll pass it back, and Grant still trying to kind of walk off of that pain she suffered a few moments ago, and she's back on the ground. Of course, Mapleton with an opportunity. They're not going to stop play quite yet. And Grant's going to go down. So Olivia tried to fight through, but she's going to go take a seat now. Replacing her is Bristol Collins, the freshman. Scored her first career goal not too long ago. Cougars a throw right by the corner flag. 13.5 to go. They can score here within the next 3 to 4 minutes. They have to feel good. Honestly, any goal at any time would feel great, but want to try to give yourself as much time as possible. Big collision in the middle. Ends up with Addie Klein. Nearly got that ball through. Clearance. Addie tries again. Easy scoop for Bates. Ball go out of bounds. Looks like it'll be Crestview ball. Lila Belcher over the top. And Mapleton simply heads it out. They'll move up 15 yards. And on the run-up, they actually end up moving 20. And they move up some more. Good intervention by Belcher. Collins tried to get in there. She'll start to press up, and that deflects off of her out of bounds. 12 minutes to go now. Another sub for Mapleton. Off goes Katsaris. In comes the captain, Audrey Hellickson. This ball plays all the way through to Collins. Bays tried to take a turn, but good job by the captain. Getting in front of that, Skylar Hopstetter. Good turn. Still on the ball. This one takes the deflection back towards the keeper. Heatrick. .9:05 p.m. 10 minutes to go. This ball played over the top. Nearly got to Bright. But again, the defense stellar from the senior in the back for Mapleton. This will roll all the way through the attack. Cross, nearly dangerous. But it ultimately falls in the hands of the keeper. Take a look at that one again. Cross, tripped up as she got it in. No foul call and no cigar either for Mapleton. Should have stand still since another goal was scored about 15 minutes ago. Lila Belcher will go to the bench. Her replacement, Logan Moore. This one kicked away. Crestview will throw again. As this game gets close to wrapping up, 2-goal lead for Mapleton. Want to make sure you know about all of the other soccer broadcasts coming up here in the area. Ontario will play at Clear Fork on Tuesday, so that's tomorrow. As here's a chance here at the Cougar Den, but Mapleton able to get it away. So Ontario at Clear Fork, that's boys soccer tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, the flip side for the girls, Clear Fork will travel to Ontario. Only broadcast or only game that we will be covering on Wednesdays at Clear Fork at Ontario girls soccer game. We'll have a highlight on Thursday, Madison against Ontario, boys. Football takes over all of Friday, and then on Saturday, of course, the Ohio State-Texas game. Couple of soccer games on the schedule, but when it comes to broadcasts from us, not looking likely that we will be live for anything as everyone kind of prepares for college football season to start this Saturday. Long throw for Crestview. Still trying to pull one back, get within a goal, and really make things tight on Mapleton here towards the end of this game. Couple deflections. Lindsey Bright can't get to the end. And Bright rolls this out. She'll move up ahead and try to get to the end of this throw-in. Getting close to the corner flag. She does just sneak it in. It'll fall to Collins, but it's scooped up first. How about Maddie Bates being ready for that? I thought for sure that was going to find its way out of bounds, but good job by Bright to put it on a platter for Bristol, but she just can't finish. Would have been her second goal of the season already. Mapleton deflects it off again. Looking to go over the top. Hickey read that like a book. And it's taken out again by Crestview. Addie Klein kicks that to the bleachers. Pending the score standing at 3-1. MVP tonight will likely be Kenzie Hellickson. She'd get to join us upstairs for an interview. A goal and an assist. Assisted the first goal of the night, scored the last one. This ball falls into the box. Mapleton nearly got to the end of it, but a good intervention at the end. Four and a half minutes for the Cougars to make something happen. They're going to have to rush things now. If they weren't already, pace is going to have to keep going up. Hellickson nearly got past the line. And Bristol Collins will put a touch over towards our near side and just cannot get to the end. Quick throw from Kendall Ramey. Up ahead, Young will let it roll out of bounds. And she did let it roll out, but it is Mapleton ball. Hickey heads it away. This one tapped down. Darren Moore, one-on-one with the captain, Ava Clay. Clay wins the battle now. And Hellickson forces a clearance for a corner. This will be corner number 4 today for Mapleton. They have not had one since early in this second half. Chance to put one final stamp on this game. It'll be an outswinging corner. It'll be low driven, shouldered away, it looked like. Nice 1-2 action. Hellickson takes a shot. This one blocked. And Hickey clears it out of bounds. Substitution for the Lady Cougars. This will likely be the last one of the night, as they don't want to stop things too much here in this game, as the clock is down to 2:44 and counting. It looks like the official will stop play. And he's going to come over and ask for Yeah, he's going to come over and ask for some more time on the clock. It'll move to 2:57. So Logan Moore off, Lila Belcher on, the sophomore. Assisted the only goal today for Crestview. High throw in. First touch by Crestview. Mapleton a rough touch towards the middle. Just trying to keep possession as long as they can. Look at the outside. Clay just can't keep it in. 2.5 to go for the Cougars. They need 2 in that span. Ball stay in. Brights plays one up ahead. Bays lets it go. Collins be able to get there. Collins trying to shield off the defender, but that's nicely done. Kendall Ramey. Young quick throw. Collins can't stay in front of it. Belcher sends it to Klein. Ball over the top. Headed towards the near side corner flag. And Bays has herself dispossessed. Minute 47 and counting. Long throw read right away, but it's back to Young. Heavy touch, cleared out. Dested stays in. Collins now sees it go out. Last off of Drake. Time dwindling now. Now or never for the Cougs. Headed backwards. Mapleton loses it. Bays tries to turn the corner, is not given access. And now to go out for a goal kick. And with the time heading off the clock, this may likely do it. .40 seconds left. Mapleton in no rush. Looks like they'll move to 2-2 on the year. Cougars back to 500, 2-2-1. This will be their first home loss of the season. Tries to slide to keep that in. Crestview will take the ball. 15 seconds to go. Wouldn't help them tie, but was going to see if they could get something here in the final seconds, but they will not. This ball will likely end at midfield as the clock hits 0, and Mapleton escapes with a win here into the late hours on Monday night. Your final, Mapleton 3, Crestview 1 from the Cougars Den. We'll take a break, come back live and free. Your MVP will join us upstairs. Kenzie Hellickson, a goal and an assist here tonight.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for your Northwestern Mutual Player of the Game. And it's Kenzie Hellickson from Mapleton as they get the win over Crestview 3-1. Congratulations to you. It just feels like right now this team's clicking. You have a 6-0 win last week against Northwestern. You come into town here, get the win, and get a goal and assist along the way. So how do you feel about your performance individually, and then talk about as a team what's kind of going right for you guys?
Definitely couldn't have done it without my team. I know that you said to talk about them separate, but I feel like that's kind of impossible when your team is the one getting it up. Like, I have nothing if I can't get the defense to bring it up to the midfield to me. And then as a team, I think that we're doing really good encouraging other girls, and we have a lot of new players, but I think that we're doing good with working with them and teaching them how to play and not getting frustrated.
Yeah, and then what does this win for you guys do moving forward here in the season, just because Crestview was a team that you split with last year, got to play them twice, and now you come out here and get a 2-goal win?
I think it gives us a lot of confidence, and it helps us to build up to other games and more experienced games where it's like farther away and it's not just within our area.
Okay, so and then for you, and then also your sister going into her senior year, it feels like a special season, just knowing that it's the last year that you're going to get to play with Audrey. Just talk about your emotions with that and what you're hoping to kind of attain before it's all said and done with her.
I feel like I honestly know where she's at on the field at all times. If she's behind me, I just know where she's at, and I know that she's just going to pass it to me, or I know that she's going to go around me. I feel really connected to her, especially with playing other sports with her. And soccer is just like both been our favorite sports. I've been playing it with her ever since I was really little, so I feel very connected to her.
We're really excited to see how that pans out for you towards the end of the season. Well, congratulations on the win. One final time, you want to take a look in that camera, give a shout out to anybody you want. You can shout out your teammates again, anybody watching potentially.
I would say shout out to my parents for encouraging and getting me here. And shout out to our team for not giving up and just keep going with the season, even though we're all brand new and we're low on numbers, and we just keep continuing to get better and better.
Kenzie Hellickson, your MVP here today, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual. Congratulations.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North.
Time to wrap things up with your post-game show, brought to you by Scout Construction LLC. Take it back out to the field one final time. Thank you so much for joining us here today, live and free on the OH Report. I'm Jonathan Langdon, Brandon Powell, your camera operator here tonight. I want to thank our sponsors one final time as well, as we roll credits here today from the Cougar Den tonight. Or not, or now we will. Next to Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion, we can help you make and plan, refine your vision, and build a path toward success. Also thanks to Scout Construction LLC, Northwestern Mutual, Crestview Athletic Boosters Club in Sutton Bank as well. Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow.